beautiful stadium in Miami. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start out here with the option left. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On the release, as this will be incomplete. You look at this Bronco defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He is going to find goal here. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Dolphins are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. The always tough NFL.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This defense for the Broncos, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice throw.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Javonte Williams out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense.
Well, they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL. And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And Sutton will have the Broncos first down as they get this down to the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Levis looking to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That good for 22 and a first down.
A-Chain was one of the big backfield home run hitters in the 2023 draft. One of the fastest players in the class. Miami excitedly drawing up plays like that for him from the moment they sent that pick in.
First down, they go back to A-Chain. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
On 2nd down, a run by A-Chain. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Okuedu now. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The slot man in motion. With it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and a yard. Levis back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Had no command that time, man. They put a little too much heat on it. First thing final.
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They tried to throw on second down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And Levis going back to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Levis. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone at his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Marr able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the foot. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the return will stop right around the 25. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher heading a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
On 2nd down, Williams. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go down there, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Running left, it's A-Chain. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A-Chain here, they stay on the ground. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Tre'Davious White. The midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
1st and 10, it's Levis. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 2nd down, here's Levis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Levis on third down. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Marr is good. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Out route to Hill, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And Mims moves and chains, and it's exciting to see all the ways the Broncos might use him as a rookie. He's a mismatch type of a player who can really hit you from anywhere if you don't keep somebody nearby and closely guarded.
Levis now on 1st and 10. And this will complete again to Mims. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Levis. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I tell you what, that's a better report from the guy his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Levis. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Both these teams get a chance to dry out. Maybe change their plates if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gott. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Levis to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where as an you've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
First and 10, here's Levis. He'll get that complete to Alberto. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Levis now on second down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. Marr on for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was... He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A give left side. Here's H.A. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
DJ Jones, former 49er, there on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. This is caught inside the 15. That one good for 37 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. H.A. now up the middle, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Off a play action. Tagovailoa eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Levis sets up to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Levis. And now another one thrown incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this returnable for Hill. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something that... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Now Levis. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Levis looking to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside. inside and throw it downfield.
With Nick Bonito not letting him escape there, he was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Under pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Levis back to throw. That's complete. It's Okurebunan. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They run. It's Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down, here's H.A. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing